This is a review of our topics from this week. We've got writing and simplifying ratio, sharing ratio, scale drawings, and substitution. Writing and simplifying ratio. Ratio is a way of comparing two amounts. So in the first question, we've got the ratio. We need to write down the ratio of red squares to white squares. So how many red squares do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 red squares. So we write 9. So it's red squares to white squares. So write red first and then white. We've got 1, 2, 3 white squares. So we can say we've got 9 red squares to 3 white squares. And we can simplify this in the same way we'd simplify a fraction. So they're both in the 3 times table. So 9 is 3 threes. 3 is 1 3. So we can say the ratio is 3 to 1. For every 3 red squares, there's 1 white square. Question 2 tells us there's red and green counters in a bag, and 5/6 of them are red. So if 5 out of 6 are red, that means 1/6 are green. So how can we write this as a ratio? So it's red counters to green counters. So red comes first. So out of every 6 counters, 5 are red and 1 is green. So the ratio is 5 to 1. Now we're looking at sharing ratio. So Charlie and Molly share £300 in the ratio 3 to 2. So for every £3 Charlie gets, Molly gets £2. So it's Charlie to Molly. And so I'm going to say Charlie gets 3 boxes, 3 amounts of money, and Molly gets 2. So each of these boxes are going to have the same amount in. But for every 3 of them Charlie gets, Molly gets 2. I've drawn 5 boxes. There were 5 parts. 3 boxes and 2 boxes make 5 boxes. And I'm going to put the same amount of money in each of them. So that means I need to do 300 divided by 5. So how many 5s make 30? That's 6. So it's 60. If 5 6s make 30, 5 60s make 300. So each box is going to have £60 in it. And Charlie's got 3 of them. Molly's got 2 of them. So how much has Charlie got? So Charlie's got 3 60s. 3 6s are 18. So 3 6s are 180. And Molly has got 2 60s. And 2 60s are 120. So Charlie has £180. Molly has £120. Question 2 says Maisie and Zach share some money in the ratio 5 to 3. So it's Maisie and Zach. So Maisie's got 5 boxes. And Zach's got 3 boxes. The question says Maisie gets £80 more than Zach. So how many more boxes does Maisie have? Maisie's got 2 more boxes. So in these 2 extra boxes, there must be £80. So how much goes in each box? Well, the same amount goes in every box. So it must be half of 80, which is £40. So every single box has got £40 in it. So how much does Maisie get and how much does Zach get? Well, Maisie's got 5 lots of 40. 5 4s are 20, so 5 40s are 200. And Zach has got 3 lots of 40, which would be £120. Scale drawing. So here we have a model car with a length of 11 centimeters. The scale of the model is 1 to 40. So for every 1 centimeter in the model, there's 40 centimeters in real life. So what's the length of the real car? So it's 1 to 40. So that's the same as 11 to what? So we need to multiply 11 by 40. For every 1 centimeter is 40 centimeters in real life. We've got 11 centimeters. So it's going to be 11 lots of 40. 10 40s are 400 plus another 40. That's 440. So it's 440 centimeters long. 1 to 40 is the same as 11 to 440. Question 2. A building has a height of 96 meters. A model of the building is being made with a scale of 1 to 300. So it's going to be 300 times smaller. Find the height of the model building. So the first thing I'm going to do, 1 to 300, and it's 96 meters in real life. I'm going to change that into centimeters. So every meter is 100 centimeters. So it's 9,600 centimeters. So for every 300 centimeters in real life, we want 1 centimeter in the model. So we're going to do 9,600 divided by 300. So I can divide by 10, divide by 10 again. Then how many 3's go into 96? 3 3's make 9. 2 3's make 6. So it's 32 centimeters. 1 to 300 is the same as 32 to 9,600. And substitution, when we substitute into an expression, we are changing the letter into a number. And in these questions, we're going to change a into -4, b into 5, and c into -6. So I'll start with 2b. I'm changing b into 5. So 2 times b, 2b means 2 times b, becomes 2 times 5. And that is 10. bc plus 10. So b times c is 5 times -6 plus 10. 5 -6's make -30. A positive times a negative is negative. So we've got -30 plus 10. -30 up 10 is -20. A times b plus 6 becomes -4 times 5 plus 6. We do the bracket first. 5 plus 6 is 11. So we've got -4 times 11. A negative times a positive is negative. And 4 11s are 44. C minus 5 squared is going to become -6 minus 5 squared. -6 minus 5, -6 down 5 is -11. And -11 times -11 is going to be positive. A negative times a negative is positive. And 11 11s are 121. A plus b plus c is going to become -4 plus 5 plus -6. -4 plus 5 is 1. So it's 1 plus a -6. When we plus a negative, we take away. So 1 take away 6 is -5. And AB squared means A times B squared. So -4 times 5 squared. We do 5 squared first. 5 squared is 25. So negative 4 times 25. A negative times a positive is negative. 4 25s make 100. So that was our week 11 review. There's an assessment now available. The link is in the description or at the bottom of the page on the website.